I'm Janelle Maiocco, and I'm the CEO of Barn2Door. Welcome to today's Direct Farm Conference on Convenience. This is our fourth conference, and we're so excited to bring it to you. We focus on key lever areas to help farms be successful: quality, price, brand, and convenience. And today is all about convenience. Often farms that we talk to want to know, is there one thing that I can do for my farm to increase sales, access more customers, and be even more successful? What would that one thing be? The answer truly is there's no panacea or silver bullet. One key I can tell you is pay attention to what buyers are looking for. Farmers that pay attention to how buyers want to shop, what buyers expect, actually can really turn the perspective and help you change the game for your farm business. And then that builds their loyalty. So 9 in 10 people are shopping online. They're used to throwing things in their cart and having things show up on their doorstep. And frankly, that is what today's conference is all about. How do you mimic that experience easily and readily with the tools at your hands and at your fingertips to then provide convenience to your buyers so it's easy to shop, streamlined online, and then it lands on their doorstep either through delivery or shipping? We have found at Barn2Door that farmers that provide either direct delivery or direct shipping make 2 times more in average sales, in average monthly revenue. Think about that. That's a lot of money. So worth considering. Learn today. Consider trying it. You don't have to change everything overnight, but listen, learn, try things, and help your business improve. That's what we're here for. That's what we want you to do, because we want you to be successful. Buyers, obviously, from farmers, from local farmers, they expect quality, right? So quality, square one, you have to have quality, no brainer, start there. They also need a relatable brand. So if I want to love your farm, I need to love your brand. I want to get to know you. So quality, brand, very important. Pricing, we also touched on. Pricing matters in so much as I can go online, quickly order. It's really simple. I can throw it in my cart and I'm done. Those 3 things, you have to check those boxes. But what this conference is about, and the one that we've seen make the biggest impact for farms this year, and I'm talking doubling and tripling their entire farm business, is convenience. Convenience is the tipping point for so many farms because it's typically this huge potential area for them to step into that they might not have stepped into before. And that is why at this conference we wanted to focus on convenience, examples of farms who are having great success, how they're doing it, and including some of our partners who have helped us bring convenience to farms so that they can win with making more money, accessing more customers, and saving time. As most people realize who are watching this today, direct means I can capitalize on the most margin possible, and that is what we are passionate about at Barn2Door, is helping farms be successful selling direct. Direct to wholesale, direct to consumer, owning that end buyer relationship, but also keeping that maximum margin for them, for their profits, and for their farm. We're the biggest player in this space servicing farmers with online commerce, online ability to sell direct. There are some other solutions where you can set up a store, but we're the biggest one focused exclusively on what farmers need to sell direct and be successful. And that's no small task. There are nuances, there's seasonality, they do delivery, they do pickup, they do shipping. It's everything from proteins to produce to dairy. There's a lot to be considered. So we work really, really closely with farmers. We're taking their feedback, but we're also coming alongside them and helping them be successful. And that's what we do. That's what sets us apart. It's 2 things. It's software and it's services. So we have a fleet of engineers who are building software for farmers. Like, we've got it down with regard to, hey, here's your store, here's commerce, here's the things you need to be successful. And now we're layering on top of that all the things that farmers need that are specific to farming and selling direct local. So that's where we spend our time. Everything just works beautifully, whether it's pick and pack lists, orders, logistics. I see my customers, orders are coming in when I'm asleep at night. Like, we want the software to work for farmers even when they're not focused on it. Now, granted, you do have to focus on it. I mean, you have to put your time in and show up, check your customer list, get your pick and pack lists, et cetera, send out those newsletters. But the goal for us is to make software work for farmers. There's really 4 types of investments, or at least for today, I'm going to highlight 4 types of investments that we focus on from a software perspective. And one of them is, how do we help farmers increase sales? As simple as that. We literally will sit around and say, how can we help farmers increase sales? Because that's a priority for us. And we, about a year ago, actually over a year ago now, 15, 16 months ago, debuted subscriptions because they work. If you've seen Netflix, if you've seen Spotify, if you've seen countless other online anything, people love to subscribe. They love to buy once and have a recurring fulfillment. It shows up on my doorstep every month. I get to use it every month. We want farmers to have it that easy for them. We want people to subscribe to your farm, to just sign up once and have dairy show up every single week, or to sign up once and have that protein bundle box show up every month. That's not only yay convenient for those buyers because they're used to that, so why not plug in? But it's wonderful for you, the farmer, because now guess what? It's consistent sales. You don't have to go start over every month. You already know that it's sold, so then you can focus on bigger and better things. You can spend your time somewhere else, or you can grow your business. We've seen a lot of farms have success. You should check out our podcasts. You can listen to many of those fantastic stories, and we want you to be among those farmers selling subscriptions because it means consistent revenue for your farm. A number of the things that we've invested in specific to farmers, because we've built subscriptions from the ground up inside Barn2Door for farmers. There's a lot of nuances around what farmers need when they're offering subscriptions. It's seasonal. Sometimes you have fewer eggs because the girls aren't laying during that time of the year. So there are things that we consider when we're building software for farmers that is unique, and we love to build it. So you can control the inventory, the seasonality, the beginning, the end. You can have subscriptions that are 5 weeks or 10 weeks or 20 weeks. You can have subscriptions that are once a month. You can have a start date and an end date. Your buyers, even if it's already started and you're a couple weeks in, they can sign up and it will automatically calculate either the upfront cost for the rest or just sign them up for them to do just pay as you go. We've had farmers love this because that just means they don't have to repost every time. It just works while they're doing more important things on the farm. In terms of saving time, here's some examples, but there are a lot of good examples. Number one, automated order cutoffs. So you can post items in your store. You can say this, you have to order by this time, by this date, for the deliveries over the weekend or whenever that might work for a farm. That is built in because farmers need that to be successful, and it should just work. Delivery reminders, obviously, those just automatically go out. We know a lot of farms who will email people individually and say, hey, don't forget, hey, what about this? And oh, thanks for your order. Those things can be automated now. And that's wonderful, right? Because those are some of those transactional pieces where you just need people to be reminded, like that's probably not a good use of a farmer's time. I'd rather the farmer send a special note to somebody or a newsletter than some transactional logistical detail, right? So automating order cutoffs, reminders. And then another really fun one is pick and pack lists. So, your generic commerce solution is not going to build this. Pick and pack lists are essential for farmers to be successful in their local sales and their direct sales. They need a pick list, sometimes by different fields, by different people. They need it aggregated sometimes for one day or across multiple days, and even down to particular deliveries. Pack lists, obviously, you all know the importance of that. Really important. But the fact that you can just click a button and it works makes us happy. That's what we're here for. Other things, deposits. Farmers need to take deposits. Of course, we have that baked in. An ability to auto-reconcile, enter the numbers, and the math's done for you. Very important. And then labels. We recently debuted labels for all of those boxes and bags that you're delivering all summer long, that you can easily just print labels, whether you want the items on them or not, etc. Like options are in your hands. We often think about, hey, this farmer might want this, but that farmer might not. So let's give them controls over what shows up on those labels. The third area that we focus on or ask questions about when we're thinking about what to build next for farmers is marketing. I mean, you do need to spend time on marketing. There's pretty much no way around that if you're a business trying to be a business and be successful. However, we can sometimes make your life a lot easier with software, and we always look to do that. One of the big things that we did is we recently integrated with MailChimp. So we look online. Part of our job is to look online and find the best in-class solutions for different parts of your business as a farm. So MailChimp is the go-to, best in class email marketing solution online. Just like QuickBooks, best-in-class accounting solution online. Avalara, same thing for taxes. So that's important to us to find, okay, fine, we're servicing farmers, we want the best for you. Let's go get that partner, let's certify it so that we're really working together to help farms be successful. And they're excited, and so are we. So MailChimp is really interesting because now that we are a fully integrated solution for farmers, this can make their lives so much easier. First of all, you have to do email marketing if you're going to be online and be successful. It's the reality of it. We have one farmer that we just heard about recently who's paying their farmer market person at the stand $1 for every email that they get somebody to sign up for, because it's that important to collect emails and get them in your system. And then the system can do some of the work for you. So you can set up automated order reminders to those people. With MailChimp integration, you can set up a welcome email if they make a purchase, like, hey, thanks so much for making a purchase. You don't have to do anything. You just set it up once and it says, hey, thanks for joining. Can't wait to work with you or get to know you. There's also various campaigns and things you can look at. The MailChimp integration can give farmers not only an easy way to send newsletters and emails, but because it's integrated, you can now just like quickly, in a couple of clicks, add with a drop-down menu, literally insert items from your store directly into your newsletter. With one click, people can purchase, so you can like prompt them, hey, look at this, and they can purchase. And then you can actually explore the data. Like you can see where people are clicking. You're like, wow, every time I put farm eggs, they click and I sell out. So good information and data that you can get now through the analytics that MailChimp provides. It's a joy to us. So frequently we hear from our account managers when farmers are like, I sent the newsletter and I got all these sales. We're like, yes. Please keep doing that because we want you to sell. You can automate a lot of that. MailChimp makes it so easy. You can actually send out newsletters and turn on the ability for MailChimp to recommend through those newsletters other products. This is powerful because it actually increases sales. In fact, we've seen, the data tells us that farmers are increasing sales approximately 30% just by doing nothing, frankly, other than sending out the newsletters and turning on the lever that MailChimp's then gonna bring more products forward, like, hey, people who bought eggs also bought cheese and milk. So those are the recommendation engines. You know, let the software do the work for you. That's what we're here for. That's what we do. So let us do that. Let MailChimp work for you. Let Barn2Door work for you. That's what we're here for. So we actually do have pixel integrations with both Facebook and Google so that farmers can get just a little more data on what works, right? Because if farmers do need to make the effort to reach out through social, to do an email. But if we can get them data around, oh, apparently that Facebook post was very productive, you should do more of that. Or, hey, when you send a newsletter, definitely do this, this, and this. Or when you're on Google, the information is so critical. And it can ultimately save farmers time. They're like, well, I'm not doing that because nobody clicked, but I'm definitely doing more than that because it just brought me more sales. So that's winning for us. That's helping farmers win. And really, at the end of the day, we're all here because farmers' success is our success. The fourth thing that we consider, and again, it's actually more than that, but I really want to bring to you different ways that we think about building software for farms. And this fourth one is accounting. Like accounting report. Not everybody is an accountant. Not everybody grew up good at budgeting. But if you're running a business, whether you're a dry cleaner all the way up to the biggest companies in the world, you actually have to think about operating costs versus everything else, and you need to look at the money and you need to report it. So we want that to be easy and as pain-free as possible for farms, and also so they can do it themselves, or hand it to an accountant, and the accountant's happy with what they're being handed. So a couple of things that we've done recently, we actually have a new QuickBooks integration. Very excited about that. We love it when farms can touch a button and all of the magic happens. The data syncs, the numbers sync. They know where all the fees went. They know exactly what they're looking at, and they can make better decisions about their business. Avalara, same thing. So this is a tax integration. So taxes are not easy, and I'm sure you're aware, different states, some are really simple, some are very complex, and farmers have some categories that are taxable, some that are not. It might change by city, county, or state. So we've built pretty much a suite of tax tools. We have Barn2Door inherent tax tools that are included with subscription in the event you're lucky enough to live in a state where it's easy from a tax perspective, and you can just enter in some categories and some percentages. There are a lot of states that are a lot more difficult. And if you cross state lines or deliver across state lines, you really should be considering a tax tool from a solution that literally that's all their business does. They insure it, they stamp it, they approve it, because you don't want to mess around with taxes. So we have integrations with a handful of different tax solutions. Avalara happens to be the cream of the crop, and we want it just to work. In the case where you are using a tax solution integration, the kind that does cost you a little bit of money, you can rest easy knowing that when people are purchasing from your farm, they're literally getting the tax codes per category to the moment that are accurate, because taxes change all the time across cities and counties and sometimes across the street. So really important to know, and just rest easy that that's just going to work. The other one that we've actually recently debuted is reporting. We want farmers to have the data to know which pickup location or delivery location is the most effective, which category, like whole like protein category, or which items are selling the best, right? Because once you start to figure out what's working well and where you can make the most money, that's when you can make decisions about product mix or streamlining your delivery or expanding it based on the information that you get. So information is power. There's a reason that's a saying. And our goal is, with this integration from a reporting standpoint, is to get farmers the information and data they need to be wildly successful. So Barn2Door is not just about software, although we love building amazing software for farmers. We're also about service. Service wears many different hats for farmers, and that's important to consider. Let me break it down for you a little bit in terms of the services that we provide to farmers. Number one, success. We want farmers to be successful. I think that's evident in what I've said today. We know that it's people coming alongside people. For us, it's relationships. It's being there for Q&A. It's being there for questions, to point people in the right directions, to save them time, to know that we're on their side. We value getting people in the door who care about your farms, who have the knowledge and the expertise. We give them what they need to give to farmers so that you can be successful. Onboarding managers, in case you, just to break it down. So when a farmer signs up with Barn2Door, they first meet their onboarding manager, which is really exciting. And this is somebody they get for 4 to 6 to 8 weeks. So a lot of support comes around a farmer right away. In addition to the training, answering questions, making sure they know how to navigate between tabs. Once they get comfortable, they get shared over to an account manager who's a little more of a long-term point person, because we want farmers to have that person to ask any questions. We will go out of our way to say, hey, go to this conference, especially this one on convenience. Go listen to the podcast, download this ebook, because I know you're trying to build your customer list or your email list. Here's the resources you should be paying attention to. So that's really the job of the account manager. And then we have a support team. So in the event that, you're done with training, your account manager, you mention them for big things, or you have a meeting once in a while, but if you have quick little questions, we have a farmer chat. We have a support team who answers questions. They jump in and figure out what's going on and how they can be helpful. In fact, even on our upper tiers, you can actually sign up for buyer chat, which means if your buyers are shopping and have a question, they can actually literally ask our support team, so you can be out doing chores or working on your farm and not worry about it, and yet your customers are being serviced. So that's really exciting. So we look for all the different ways that we can come alongside farms and be supportive and help you be successful with people, with relationships, with answers, and with the resources that we think would be helpful for you to be successful. Another way that we really look to come alongside farms, give them fantastic services and resources, is we've actually just introduced boot camps. Boot camps are essentially quick classes, one-on-one classes, either for our farms or for farms interested potentially in Barn2Door who want to learn more, or frankly, farms that just want to learn. And the beauty of that is they can come in and learn really quick 101s on delivery or shipping or QuickBooks or different topics that might be interesting to them to become, more successful at sales and at business. Every session includes, and this is actually my favorite part, includes one of our salespeople and also one of our success people who are extremely knowledgeable on these topics, have lots of data and trends and information that they can provide to farms in a really tight time frame. Anyone is welcome. You can actually go to barn2door.com/bootcamps and find out what's new. We're always introducing new classes, so if anything's of interest, I highly recommend that you attend. The third way that we're looking to service farmers is to go even deeper. Sometimes farmers have those things down and they want to be like, no, I want to take this to the next level. Classes can be expensive. And so we work with people internally who sometimes get certified and or partners. So we can literally bring like 201, 301, 401 classes to farmers at no additional cost to them. Now, granted, these are just for our farmers at Barn2Door who have signed up annually with us. But those who are with us then benefit from the savings of not paying for pretty expensive classes, and even more so, we'll tell you later about new ones that we're announcing that you might be quite surprised about. But our current Academy classes are typically hands-on workshops, 20 people or less, Q&A. We've done a lot of deep dives on social media, really getting into the nitty-gritty of email marketing and campaigns and how you set those up. So really exciting stuff, again, so farmers can be successful, save time, get really accustomed to those tools that can help their farms be successful, and we're going to continue to invest there. Another way that we really think about servicing farms are what are the resources that they need to be successful and what can we do to produce them? We're always putting out great content. I know there's not a lot of time, but it's worth your bang for the buck to listen to a couple minutes here or there, read a blog post, read an ebook that takes 10 or 15 minutes on a very specific topic that you might care about. Podcasts are a big deal. When you're out on the farm, please listen. Examples of podcasts might include, we often highlight some of our agricultural partners like C&G or A Greener World, who will talk about certifications and practices and how they've seen farmers use that to be successful in their local communities. We also have examples of people from Barn2Door who are in our marketing team who do multimedia, and they can share with you, hey, how do you take good pictures? How do you get a good bang for your buck on Instagram, right? So you can learn those things and those tactics. You might even hear from some of our engineers and why they're so passionate about what they're building for Barn2Door and how they love talking to farms. So listen to the podcast, great information there from partners, Barn2Door team members, and other farmers, frankly. We have a lot of farms who talk in there about what's working for them, whether it's a dairy operation, a protein operation, whether they're doing shipping or subscriptions. Good information, short podcast, worth your time. In addition to that, and this one is what I'm most excited about, is the Learn Center. So we have this very robust Learn Center for farmers. I grew up in a farming community and household, so I know that do-it-yourself is very important. Sometimes you fit in your learnings at 10 p.m. or at 4 a.m. or whenever it might work. And the importance for us is to have those videos for farmers that they can then quickly access in 30 seconds, 2 minutes, quick snippets on how do I do this? How do I do that on the Barn2Door platform? How do I sync MailChimp? How do I send an invoice? How do I set up order reminders? How do I add customers? How do I sync with MailChimp, etc.? So the goal is there's really digestible small vitamins of videos, if you will, for farmers to fit in whenever they can to then be successful in their business. Whether it's resources or software or people, we are here. It's a group effort. We often say at our company, our team is on your team. And it literally, even if you have a point person at Barn2Door, it's not just one person that cares about your success. It is everybody at Barn2Door that is literally cheering for you, building for you, creating resources for you, and doing whatever they can to help you be successful. Please show up and absorb it, because that's the goal, is for you to be successful. One thing to note, and it's very important, is one of the ways that farmers are finding incredible success is to try direct delivery. Encourage you to do it. We have so many success stories. We're going to make it easy. You just put your toe in the water, even if it's one small zip code or somewhere near your home or farm. Try it, because direct delivery can actually end up saving you time, being very efficient, and you'll gain a ton of new customers who would love to have your food or your product land on their doorstep. Convenience is key. Which brings me to this. I'm very excited to share our new strategic partnership and integration with Routific. Routific is a delivery app, which means in one click, you'll be able to put all of your pack list information directly into the app, so your drivers will know exactly what to deliver per location, per pickup, per delivery, per driver, and your buyers will actually be able to see where the driver is and when their food was delivered. So importantly, convenience doesn't just come in the form of delivery, it can also come in the form of shipping. People really just want, buyers just want those items on their doorstep. And there's many ways to get them there, and that's fantastic. We are so excited to announce that we just built shipping subscriptions inside the Barn2Door platform. Subscriptions, we have literally over 50% of the sales that goes through Barn2Door is subscriptions to farmers, which makes us so happy because that means farmers are locking in those sales from their local buyers. So another way for us to extend that experience is to make sure that people can subscribe to a shipping item. That expands the footprint of farmers to be able to potentially ship beyond local into other communities, into other states, and even across the country. We have an integration with Shippo. You will get to hear a little bit later about that today. But Shippo works in the back end for us to make sure that shipping is very streamlined, easy for farmers. They just need to log into Barn2Door. They can do flat rate, they can do custom boxes, it's all right there. They can print labels very easily and readily. Again, our goal, turnkey, make it easy for farmers to do pickup, delivery, shipping, you name it. It's there. For the farmers that are on Barn2Door's platform, they can offer shipping subscriptions at whatever frequency they prefer to serve buyers now, not only locally, but across the country. So very, very excited. And then because we're integrated with Shippo, who's best in class with regard to shipping opportunities, the buyers will get notifications. They will be able to track the progress of those items. Again, the buyers expect this kind of experience when it comes to shipped items, and now that is available to all farms using Barn2Door because we're integrated with Shippo, who delivers on that. We appreciate your time and participation. We're so excited to spend time with you today. Look for opportunities during the conference to provide us feedback, which we love. And stay tuned for 2 big announcements at the end of today. Enjoy. Thank you so much for coming, and we look forward to spending time with you.